What's up, folks at home? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to dive into the top baits for bass fishing in the month of May. It's a fun month, lots of different stuff going on, so let's dive in. We'll see you there. Got a nice one. Nice bass. There we go. The glide bait right there. Okay guys, our number one bait for the month of May is going to be the floating worm. Now, the floating worm you can rig in a bunch of different colors. I like the Zoom finesse worm in white, black, pink, or that kind of tequila sunrise color. And this worm I'm rigging on a 3/0 worm hook in the middle of the bait, and I'm just twitching it everywhere. It is a pure reaction bite. It works when the bass are pre-spawn up shallow. It works when the males are fry garters post-spawn shallow. It's simply a bait that's going to get bit because it is erratic. You can let it fall in the holes. You can do a whole bunch of stuff that is happening with that bait, and it's just really versatile. This is the time of the year when junk fishing is going to prevail. You got to fish the situation that's in front of you. This bait fishes well in open water. It fishes well in slop. It just is a bait that is versatile and able to meet all of the needs that you have in May when you're fishing. So, top number one bait right now is going to be the floating worm. All right, folks, bait number two is going to be the glide bait. In the springtime, in May especially, fish are going to be shallow, whether pre-spawn or post-spawn. A lot of times you can pull fish out from cover with a glide bait. Right here I'm running this glide bait parallel to all this shoreline cover. Bass are going to come out and ambush it, and it's pure drawing power. It is a bait that will call the big ones out. It's a great time to throw that glide in the month of May. Glide. Nice bass. There we go. On the glide. That, friends, is why you throw the glide bait right there. Nice big bass on the glide. That's a beautiful fish right there on the river to CS waiver. Nice fish. Bait number three is going to be the Fluke. Here is the Zoom Mag Super Fluke on a screw lock hook. I really like this bait because fish are up shallow cruising. If you see cruising fish and you throw a Fluke in front of them, they're going to eat it. Plus, in the pre-spawn through the post-spawn, which is May in a lot of places, you're covering a lot of water, and you're covering a lot of water to find fish on beds. In between there, you're going to catch a lot of males, a lot of roaming bucks on this bait. It'll help you upgrade during the tournament day, but also, this is a pure reaction bait. You're going to catch a lot of big females on this early in the morning when they're not locked onto the beds yet. This is a great way to explore shallow cover. It's a bait that a lot of people have forgotten simply because other baits have replaced it, but the Super Fluke has been a constant producer for me this time of the year. It's one of my favorite baits to throw. It really never leaves my hand very much in the month of May. It just is a bait that produces that I believe in. Bait number four is a bait that pairs really well with that Fluke. It is the swimming worm. Here is the swimming yum dinger, and this is a bait that comes through everything great. It's a bait that I love to fish up around shallow cover. Remember, this time of the year there's a ton of fish shallow. I like to fish in different ways. This is primarily a southern bait. A lot of guys in Florida, Georgia swim worms everywhere. I love swimming the worm. You can hop it through cover. You can swim it over the top of cover. I fish it most oftentimes with an 1/8 ounce weight and a bead in front of it like you see here. It's just a bait that I have a lot of confidence in when the fish are up shallow shallow around cover. I also like the fact that you can swim this bait over and through and around vegetation. It's not as loud as a swim jig, but it gets the same bites. The swimming worm is just kind of a deadly 1-2 punch in there with a fluke to really generate bites. A lot of times when I go out and fish this time of the year, I'm going to pair the fluke and the swimming worm together. Here, I'm throwing the fluke at your more active fish. Basically, we're here chasing schools of fish right after they spawned, and the fluke out in front gets them. But a lot of times, Sam's going to swim that worm behind that fluke, and he's going to pick up the bigger fish or the less active fish because you can let it fall in front of them, and it's really kind of one of those baits that is an amazing follow-up. We always look for 1-2 punches and sucker shots. If you can catch as many fish in a row as you can, you're going to have an advantage this time of the year. You want to put numbers in the boat because you're going to find bigger fish in those numbers, and it's just a great 1-2 punch this time of year.
You're ready.
There's a fish.
They're up shallow.
Yep.
I hopped it and was letting it sit.
Last but certainly not least, you have the jerkbait. The jerkbait is a killer anytime you have weather fronts in the pre-spawn or you got a lot of wind and chop. That jerkbait is going to be key in getting bites. Fishing the wind a lot of times is going to get you bit in May. Also, when the fish are post-spawn and they pull back out to those deeper flats, a jerkbait is a great way to get blown up. It's just a bait that a lot of fish will eat that time of year. It's a constant producer. This is the Berkley Stunno 112. It's a fantastic bait. We really enjoy fishing this bait this time of the year. Honorable mention this part of the year, anything bluegill related. Here's the Berkley Powerbait Gilly swimming in slow motion. It looks really, really good. Fish are going to blow up and eat bluegill all the time because they just spawned and the bluegill are driving them nuts. They get to turn around and eat those bluegill when they're spawning. But guys, we want to thank you for hanging out with us today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a comment what you want to see next on the channel, and we will see you out there, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us today.